Well, I alluded to this a little bit earlier. First official scare of training camp yesterday out at the Greenbrier. End of practice, rain's coming down. Deshaun Watson with a short throw that ends his practice. Cause for concern with some of the media watching because that was his final throw of the day.
I saw video of Deshaun shutting down practice earlier than the rest of the quarterbacks yesterday. He threw a ball into the ground short of a net. It looked like something, he might have tweaked something. Nobody's made a big story about this. Should we be concerned?
I've been told no, that was his last throw of the day. It skipped into that net. Okay, fine. I think we have to guard against over-scrutinizing every movement of Deshaun Watson. He's looked pretty good, to be honest with you. And until we see him, in competitive periods, I wouldn't overreact. And I asked that question to Kevin based on the video that you referred to. Is he going to throw today? He said yes. So he hasn't missed a day of throwing yet.
Day of throwing, and I get it. It's kind of human nature. You want to make sure that he's going to be able to play because he hadn't been able to play. But to Tony Grossi's point, we can't overanalyze everything in every period with Deshaun Watson.
I saw Tom Withers say kind of the same thing on Twitter earlier. He was like, "Well, we're into that state where we analyze every single throw." And the thing that I kind of focused on when that came out and Mary Kay had written something in an article about it was that she was really the only one that kind of talked about it. And then of course ESPN Cleveland picks it up. So I thought that was interesting that nobody else was really making a big deal about it. And even in her article, Mary Kay was like, I don't really think this is something to be worried about. I talked to a source because it's nothing to worry about. And then he comes out and throws today. When he comes out and throws today, that's when you're like, okay, there's nothing. We're good. It's just everybody's kind of on pins and needles right now because of your $230 million investment, and it's just not worked out so far. So I can understand it, but I will also point out it's July. I need to take my own advice here and just take kind of a deep breath when we see this thing. And until there's actually something there about an actual injury, we can just try not to overreact to these things.
Yeah, and again, he has looked good. You've seen him throw the ball with some zip. You've seen him throw the ball downfield some. I'm sure we'll see more of that. But again, it's July. If we're talking about this come September, we'll see.